morning, everybody. What day is it? Let me push this out of the way. Hello. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, July 30th. Liv Moods here with another Guerilla Sports Daily, and we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to do mostly conversations about the Olympics, as that is in full force and some exciting things are happening there. But first, I want to talk to you guys about something that very recently is being talked about. Not necessarily a new thing. It happened back in March, but now conversations are being had. People are expressing frustrations. We have to talk about this new onside kick rule that the NFL is implementing here. Yes, the surprise onside kick is dead. No more of that. And there's a few little things that are happening here with this new rule. Basically, all onside kicks will be announced in advance, and they can only happen in the fourth quarter, and only by the team that is trailing is the only team that can perform onside kicks in the fourth quarter by the losing team. And they have to be announced in advance. Let me know how you guys feel about this new rule. Do you agree with it? Do you hate it? A lot of people on Twitter are not feeling very excited about this rule change, but I want to hear from you in the chat. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you really not care? Let's get into some Olympics conversations. I want to start by talking about an athlete that I think people are overhearing about, but I'm not over talking about her. Caitlin Clark, just 26 games in, has more career assists than 75.4% of all players in WNBA history. She is obviously one of one, and I think she will be one of the best to do it by the end of her career. That being said, Team USA did not need Caitlin Clark. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, well, a Team Japan fan held up a sign before the Japan-USA game and said, "You need Caitlin Clark to beat us." Well, this did not end very well for that Team Japan fan because USA went ahead and beat Japan by 26 points. So the sign didn't really age like that fan thought it would, but still shows you the global impact that a player like Caitlin Clark has, that a Team Japan fan is bringing her up, and she's not even in the building. Should she have been in the building is the next question that I have for the chat, for the people tuning in. Do you think Caitlin Clark should be in Paris with the rest of Team USA? Has she earned that right yet? Or do you still consider her unproven on this level? I would say unproven is a pretty big word when you're talking about Caitlin Clark, but when you look at this team, when you look at this roster, not sure she should have replaced anybody that's on this current roster. This Team USA team is doing just fine without Caitlin Clark, despite what Team Japan fans think. But I want to know from you, should Caitlin Clark be in the Olympics right now as we speak? The next thing, I'm actually going to get on Twitter really quick and let everybody know that we are live, have everybody come hang out so we can get the chat popping. If you're here, thank you for being here. She's a rookie, not Olympics. We'll be better with her. And yes. Next Olympics, 2028. There is the beauty of the Olympics that every 4 years we get another one. And Caitlin Clark, I would imagine 4 years from now, is continuing to be phenomenal at her sport, perfect her craft even more, and reach fans on a global level every single year. I think it's going to get bigger for her. Her media presence is going to get larger. So yes, it will be even more exciting to have Caitlin Clark involved in the Olympics in 2028. Do I think she should be here at the Olympics in 2024 as a rookie? Not necessarily, because I don't know who she would have replaced on the current roster. So either way, Caitlin Clark still in everybody's mouths. You know, her name is one that I don't think we're ever going to stop talking about. Not even Team Japan cannot talk about Caitlin Clark. So that's where we're at here. Speaking of badass female athletes, I want to talk a little bit about Simone Byles, who just performed the hardest vault in the world. Does that surprise anybody? No, it does not. But let's check out a video of Simone Byles doing what Simone Byles does best.
Byles on vault. Will we see the Yurchenko double pike? My goodness me,
I mean, just looks effortless and easy, and I know that it is not. And this all comes actually in day 2 after Simone Byles tweaked her calf in day 1. And we know with calf injuries in athletes, you start to get a little worried about maybe the Achilles being an issue. If you've watched gymnastics for some time, which has always been Gymnastics and figure skating are my two favorite events to watch in the Olympics, and always has been. I find them to be the most artistic and beautiful and honestly difficult. As a dancer my entire life, I know how hard it is to be a cheerleader, a gymnast, a dancer. You put a lot of wear and tear on your body. And someone like Simone Byles, who has been iconic for some time now, this is her third Olympics where she is just crushing it and performing the hardest vault in the world and making it look pretty stinking effortless. We know Simone Biles with her floor routines, it is chef's kiss. That is her thing. That is what she's known for. She wows everybody. Everybody's jaws on the floor when they watch Simone Biles on the floor. But to see her do this vault and do it so effortlessly, and the strength that she has, the athleticism that she has, nothing but respect for Simone Biles representing Team USA down in Paris. Down, up, not sure. In Paris. So we love that. And the gymnastics stories actually don't stop there. Listen, you guys. Gymnastics, like I said, favorite event to watch, but I didn't realize it would be so exciting this year from somebody I didn't even know about. I did not know who this person was. They are a self-acclaimed nerd, basically, looking like Clark Kent out there. This is Steven Nederazic, okay? If you've never heard the name, I'm sure you will moving forward, because what he did was spectacular for Team USA's men's gymnastics team, okay? This medal drought for the U.S. men's gymnastics team is officially and finally over. The last time this team won a medal was back in 2008 in Beijing, but they did finally get a bronze medal after Steven took on the pommel horse, okay? And what was great about this is, as they were watching throughout the day, Steven waited 3 hours for one event. Pommel horse was his only event. That was what he needed to nail, and he did just that. And actually, while the camera caught him a few times throughout the Olympics, he had his eyes closed, he was leaning back, had the glasses on, looked very calm, cool, collected. Little did you know that this nerdy-looking guy was going to ultimately seal the deal and get the Olympic, or the U.S. Men's gymnastics team, a medal since 2008. That was the last time they had a medal, was back in 2008, and Steven was the hero, the sleepy hero. He did appear to be sleeping a few times. Maybe that was just his focus face, his concentration. He was staying locked in, but 3 hours he had to stay locked in just to get on that pommel horse and do what he did best. And it was pretty exceptional to watch. So congratulations to the U.S. men's gymnastics team for ending that medal drought. And shout out to Steven, because he had one job and he did it. He understood the assignment and he made it happen for Team USA. Things we love to see. Let's talk a little bit about our local Olympians that will be competing in the Olympics. If you want to watch them, if you want to tune in and figure out when you can watch these athletes, I've got that for you. We've got golf. Okay, Wyndham Clark is August 1st at 1 a.m. Woo! 1 a.m. Yep. Paris time, guys. Got to get familiar. You can watch him take on some golfing. Okay. You've got Woody Kincaid. That is August 2nd at 1:20 p.m. You've got Elise Cranny. These are both track and field. Also August 2nd at 10:10 a.m. Okay. Another track and field. You've got Valerie Constian. I don't know how to say her last name. August 4th at 2:05 a.m. You've got Colin Duffy sports climbing at August 5th at 2 a.m. August 6th, you can watch both Natalia and Brooke in sport climbing, both at 2 a.m. actually, both from Boulder. Well, one's from California, but claims to be a Coloradan through and through, so we love that. We've got cycling from Olivia, August 6th at 9:30 a.m. August 8th, you can watch Spencer Lee with some wrestling at 3:30 a.m. This one I'm probably the most excited for because I know her older sister. Her older sister graduated in the same class as me in high school. We went to the same high school. Anna Hall, track and field. She's August 8th and August 9th many times, but they are very, very early. We've got 2:05 a.m., 3:05 a.m., 11:35 a.m., 12:55 p.m. So there's a lot to watch there, but you may have to pull an all-nighter. Might be worth it, though. Anna Hall is pretty exceptional. And then we've got our soccer team of athletes, lots from Colorado, which we love to see. Actually, 4 members of the USA women's soccer team are from Colorado, so we love to see that. And then we had Emma Weber from Denver, who was out in first heat, so won't be watching any of that, but lots of exciting things when you've got local athletes that are representing their country, but even more cool, Colorado on the global level. So very, very excited to watch those athletes do what they do best. Chat, tell me how you're feeling. We've got the onside kick rule change. Cedric says, I hate Olympics in 4 years. People retire / and or get hurt. Yeah, I talked a little bit about the Olympics. More specifically, players that have a direct impact on the Denver Nuggets like Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. And I spent a little bit of time last week talking about, is it in the best interest of these athletes? Yes, they are competing on a global level, which is very important and one of the highest honors. So you don't want to see them not do that. But it's very difficult when you watch injury-prone players giving up their offseason to continue playing when their bodies probably need rest. You know, I've got a few that come to mind, Jamal Murray being one of them, Joel Embiid, who struggles to stay upright and is injured quite a bit. Those 2 players are giving up their offseason to be at the Olympics. Now, again, a very difficult conversation to have because the Olympics are very important, a very big honor, and only happen every 4 years. But it is very tough when you have injury-prone players that, you know, your team depends on heavily in this upcoming NBA season, and they're giving up, sacrificing an offseason that they genuinely need. I think every player deserves and probably needs an offseason, but these injury-riddled players are the ones that I really wanted to spend time talking about last week because it does matter. It does make a difference. You know, you've got injury-riddled players that need the rest, need the rehab, and now they don't have an off season, and they're probably going to jump right back into the gym with their teams and get into the upcoming season. That's how quickly the turnaround is. So I agree with you in the sense that the injury stuff worries me, but again, an honor to represent your country on a global level. So can't be upset with them for it, but definitely makes you a little worried about, hey, what version of Jamal Murray do we get next year? Hey, what version of Joel Embiid do you get next year? He just got Paul George. Paul George can't stay healthy. You know, these are things that as sports fans we think about when we are watching our favorite teams and watching our players in the off season. It can make it tough. Chat, how else are we feeling about everything we talked about? We've got some badass female athletes. Is she superhuman or a superhero? Probably both, okay? Probably both. Her strength, her athleticism, every time I watch Simone Byles, I am blown away by the athlete that she is. I mean, just exceptional. And got a little worried on Sunday when saw her hobbling around, was worried she may have been injured. I mean, you don't ever want to watch Team USA compete gymnastics without Simone Byles. It just feels not right. So really glad to see that she was able to bounce back and have such a phenomenal day, doing some of the hardest things ever and making them look effortless. That's a true athlete right there. How are we feeling about the onside kick rule? I didn't get a chance to see any of the responses there. Are we liking that? Do we think that that's stupid? Cedric says he disagrees, doesn't like it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about this. I don't know. It feels like all these little rules, you know, we're making football sometimes feels like it's getting less and less fun. Can we just have fun out there, guys? You know, still win, still do your job. Broncos, I'm mostly talking to you, but let's have some fun. And I don't know if all these rules are entirely fun for the no fun league, aka the NFL. Makes sense. Okay, so then why am I worried about it? I'm not. We've got badass female athletes. Do you think Caitlin Clark should have been in the Olympics? Should she have been there? Should she be in Paris? Cedric says no. Yeah, no. She in her rookie year has done some exceptional things and obviously brought so much attention to the WNBA, which is something that the WNBA has been longing for quite some time. She's obviously a historic player already, which is exceptional. In just 26 games, she's able to do these incredible things. But she's got a lot of years left in this league. She's young. She's an exceptional talent, one of one, and will probably continue to be. So she can get the next Olympics, and she will 100% be at the next Olympics, 2028. If she continues down the path that she's going, I can't imagine we see any regression from Caitlin Clark. I think it's only up from here. The ceiling is very high. So I would imagine we will see her in 2028 doing what she does best. But for now, the roster that Team USA has is pretty legit and all very talented and historic players in their own right. So not sure she deserved to take anybody's spot on this current roster, but she will absolutely be there in 2028. I have no doubt in my mind. I think that's all for today. How are we feeling? Liv, what do you think about Jordan Love's contract? Do you think he deserves that after year one? My short answer is no. But I will tell you that that is just the market that we have with quarterbacks in the NFL. It's aggressive, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. I don't think there's a solution to how we pay quarterbacks in the NFL, given just how much quarterbacks mean to NFL teams. You're willing to pay for it because you know you need it. In this league, in the NFL, quarterbacks are everything. And so I don't think that there's a solution to how aggressive and competitive the market has gotten for quarterbacks. There is no solution to that. But yeah, it is a little insane that Jordan Love is now making the most money we've ever seen out of a quarterback. Now, that being said, if you don't pay him, you lose him, right? Like that's just, he was due. He was due for his money, which I am not mad at him for it. Shout out to Jordan Love. He did what he needed to do last year and proved that the Packers don't need Aaron Rodgers to have a successful season, which I think is something that many Packers fans were extremely, extremely worried about. And Jordan Love proved that he can be that guy. I think having so many years under Aaron Rodgers, behind Aaron Rodgers, really helped develop him as a player, even if he wasn't getting minutes on the field. And then we got to see him in action last season, and he really did his job and looked pretty great doing it. So I think there's a very high ceiling for Jordan Love. I think he was due for his money. I get why he got paid, but yes, it is insane to me, the market that we have for quarterbacks and the fact that there's conversations about separate salary caps for some of these teams because the quarterback market is just aggressive and crazy. And Jordan Love's contract proves that. It really does. But shout out to him. Never mad about somebody getting their money and getting the bag. Never, ever mad about it. So shout out to Jordan Love. Do I think it's crazy? Yes. But do I think that's the world we live in and there's no solution to it? Also, yes. So that answers that question. Chat, anything else that you have for me? Yes and no, Liv. Crazy. By 2028, you'll be 30. Me, 28. That's crazy. That is crazy. I will be 30 years old. Woo! Scary hours. Gosh, that is crazy to think about. 30 feels like a big one. That feels like a very, very big number. Anyway, chat, I appreciate you for being here. Happy Tuesday. It's July 30th. Tomorrow we'll have more Guerilla Sports Daily for you lined up. I will be back again on Thursday chatting with you guys in the morning to get your day kick-started, talk about all things sports, what's happening in the sports world, any updates that we have on the Olympics. And then later today, actually, I will be live again talking all things Denver Nuggets. I'm actually in the process right now of trying to get some of the current players on the team to hop over into the studio sometime very soon to sit down and chat with me ahead of the upcoming season. So we're going to try to get that done for you. I'm going to try to get that done for you. But today we've got a lot to talk about. And same person I talked about last week, Jamal Murray. There's some interesting conversations happening about Jamal Murray right now based on his performance for Team Canada. So we'll get into that later. I will be live at 2 p.m. Mountain Time to talk all things Denver Nuggets and all things NBA. And in just a little bit, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, you can catch JJ and Jesse talking all things hockey. So if you are a hockey fan, make sure you stick around. In about an hour and a half, you will have some hockey talk happening, so don't miss out. And then I will be live again, 2 p.m. Mountain Time to talk all things NBA. So I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you for hanging with me this morning, and we will see you later. Bye.